Nearly $250,000 is missing from his campaign and political action committee accounts, and Rutherford County Mayor Bill Ketron can't seem to explain where it went.
That missing money was discovered by state auditors who presented their findings today to the Tennessee Registry of Election Finance. Our investigative reporter Jennifer Krause tells us what else auditors found.
As you will see from the audits, there are significant findings.
Among those significant findings by state auditors is that more than $241,000 is missing from two political accounts tied to Bill Ketron. More than $127,000 from his old Senate campaign, and more than $113,000 from his political action committee known as Quest. The Tennessee Registry of Election Finance ordered the audits last year after NewsChannel 5 Investigates raised questions about how Ketron was spending campaign money after he repeatedly failed to file required spending reports with the state. And the auditor's findings have just been released in these two lengthy reports. The campaign audit found, in addition to the missing money, that Ketron failed to report using more than $15,000 to pay off personal credit cards, and reported making more than $32,000 in payments that never actually happened, including payments to the MTSU Foundation and a nonprofit listed as Special Kids. And auditors found similar issues when they looked at the Quest PAC account. Ketron had reported to the state back in 2018 that the Quest and the campaign accounts each had more than $100,000. But bank records show neither had anywhere near that amount. The campaign had less than $2,000, and often the balance was zero or overdrawn. The bank finally closed that account after it was more than $16,000 overdrawn. Ketron's daughter, Kelsey, and her husband wrote personal checks to cover that. And the auditor's report says the money had been used to pay off Bill and his wife's personal credit card that daughter Kelsey had been using. Kelsey Ketron, you may remember, served as her father's longtime treasurer and last year was charged with stealing more than $60,000 from the accounts, along with insurance fraud. The theft charges were dismissed as part of a plea deal where she served no jail time and paid a $10,000 fine.
The matters involving Mr. Ketron.
The auditor's findings were shared with the registry Monday morning. Ketron was not at the meeting, but his attorney said he and the current Rutherford County mayor were listening in on the phone. Ketron said nothing, but earlier sent this letter to the registry in response to the audit findings, writing, quote, "I feel I must state very clearly and unequivocally that I have never intentionally used funds donated to my campaigns for my own personal gain."
What is outlined in these reports is a multitude of apparent campaign finance law violations. But before the registry can take any sort of action against Bill Ketron, like fine him, they first, by state law, must allow him to come before the board. That's now set to happen next April. The reason for the delay is that state auditors are still working to finish yet another Ketron audit of his campaign for Rutherford County Mayor. Jennifer Krause, NewsChannel 5 Investigates.